Grab Holdings, Southeast Asia's biggest ride-hailing and delivery firm, is buying over premium supermarket chain Jaya Grocer. According to sources, it is forking out 1.5 billion ringgit to 1.8 billion ringgit to acquire the business. Grab, which debuted on Nasdaq through a backdoor listing on December 2nd, announced the acquisition to the US Securities and Exchange Commission over a week later on December 11th. It said it had inked a share purchase agreement with the current shareholders of Jaya Grocer to acquire all of Jaya Grocer's ordinary shares and 75% of its preference shares. It did not reveal how much it would pay for the supermarket chain. The deal comes just 17 days after Jaya Grocer announced that its founders, the Teng family, have bought back their entire stake in Jaya Grocer from AIGF Advisors, which gave the Teng family full control of the business. It is learnt that the Teng family bought back the 45% stake for some 411 million ringgit. The Health Ministry has given conditional approval for the use of Ronapreve, jointly developed by Roche and Regeneron, in the treatment and prevention of COVID-19. It also gave the green light for a clinical trial import license for Merck's Molnupiravir, which is a COVID-19 prevention product. Health Director General Tan Sri Dr. Nur Hisham Abdullah said Ronapreve is indicated for the treatment of COVID-19 in adults and adolescents aged 12 years and older and weighing at least 40 kilograms who do not require supplemental oxygen for COVID-19 and who are at increased risk of progressing to severe COVID-19. He said it may also be used for prevention, but stressed that the antibody cocktail is not a substitute for vaccination. As for the antiviral pill Molnupiravir, he said phase 3 of the clinical study will be conducted at 2 research centres in Malaysia, involving 20 people aged 18 and above. The study is expected to take 9 months. Pokon Holdings saw its first quarter FY22 net profit drop 63% to 5.42 million ringgit as its top line slumped amid the lockdown. Quarterly revenue fell 21% year-on-year to 175.29 million ringgit. On a quarter-on-quarter basis, Pokon returned to the black after reporting a net loss of 13.26 million ringgit in the fourth quarter of FY21 as revenue jumped 105% from 85.62 million ringgit. Pokon said today the resumption of economic activities will undoubtedly be reflected by a gradual recovery with higher global growth and sustained policy support, providing a further lift to the overall economy. It will continuously monitor the impact of the current uncertainties on its operations, uphold and honour its financial obligations, and evaluate its performance on a continuous basis. Barring unforeseen circumstances, the company said it is confident that the group has put in adequate measures to meet the challenges ahead for the financial year ending July 31st, 2022. Shares of Pokon closed unchanged at 77 cents today, valuing the group at 315.97 million ringgit. Dyson supplier ATA IMS has asked the Attorney General to revoke charges related to labour law violations. ATA said in a statement that 4 summonses were issued in October by the Human Resources Ministry's Labour Department following an inspection by the agency of its factory and workers' accommodations in May. It explained that it had provided housing for workers who had decided to return to their home countries and whose permits had expired but were stranded here, as their return flights were either delayed or cancelled due to national lockdowns and the closure of international borders. However, this conflicted with the relevant regulations. ATA said it had gone above and beyond usual practices to provide accommodation for these workers, and its infractions were the result of the challenges presented during the pandemic. It stressed that the summonses are not related to allegations of physical abuse and said it is confident confident that with the range of improvement actions taken, it is compliant with all regulations and standards. The company also said it looks forward to getting this confirmed by external audits that are expected to be conducted in the near future, as well as a compliance audit with Responsible Business Alliance early next year to assess ATA's application for full membership to the coalition. KPower rose as much as 36.6% to a high of 56 cents today after Serba Dynamic Holdings Group Managing Director and CEO Datuk Dr. Muhammad Abdul Karim Abdullah resigned as its non-independent, non-executive chairman. By 5 p.m, it had pared some gains to close still 19.5% higher at 49 cents for a market capitalization of 233.4 million ringgit. KPower said in a statement yesterday that the resignation was effective immediately and that following his resignation, Mustaqim Matnun, the group's deputy chairman, will temporarily assume the chairman's position. Abdul Karim was appointed to KPower's board on June 28, 2019 and redesignated as its chairman on November 28, 2019. According to the statement, Abdul Karim, together with Grand Deal Vision, emerged as KPower's majority shareholders after assuming majority ownership in 2019. It credited Abdul Karim and the new management team for having successfully transformed KPower from a loss-making manufacturing business into a renowned and indomitable player in the renewable energy industry. Abdul Karim has hogged the limelight ever since Serba Dynamic, which he founded, was embroiled in an audit issue with KPMG. He holds a 21.23% stake in Serba Dynamic, a 15.23% stake in KPower, and a 24% stake in Sarawak Consolidated Industries.